Welcome everyone to another episode of LTB Live. It's September and we're doing a Lucky Tackle Box live show. I'm your host Travis Moran and I couldn't be more excited to be hanging out with you guys on this Wednesday, September 5th. Before we get going, happy belated Labor Day and happy birthday to me. If you guys, I didn't get a lot of messages from you guys. Maybe my birthday snuck by. You guys were busy planning for your Labor Day weekend or something, but August 26th was my birthday. I got to have a great time. I'm going to tell you about that because I caught a huge fish the day before my birthday. So we'll talk a little bit about that here in just a second. But like usual, guys, we're going to have the normal routine of Lucky Tackle Box, and then we're going to add some sprinkles on that little pie that we cooked together on the show. So we're going to be doing giveaways. Everybody loves the giveaways. You guys like getting free stuff. We're going to be talking about the LTB tournament. We'll talk about how you can get some swag. We're going to be giving you guys great deals, and we're going to talk about cool stuff happening in the industry. But if you guys want a chance to win something right now, look at the bottom of the screen here. It's going to change. Text Get Lucky to 77453 and you could win some cool Lucky Tackle Box stuff. So make sure you text that right now and that'll be your first chance at winning something tonight. Guys, later on the show, we're going to be doing some rapid fire. I'm going to be answering a bunch of questions. So make sure you're commenting in the comments section as we go along so that I will answer those questions for you guys a little bit later. Also, hit that thumbs up right now. If you're excited, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, hit the thumbs up, show your support, join the club. Okay, guys, now moving on to news. What's been happening out there? What's fishy from around the industry? How about $1,000? Who wants to win $1,000? How about Peace Corps Cody? Yes, Cody won the $1,000 bait giveaway. This is kind of a catch on how he won because he didn't win it with a picture of him. He won with a picture of his dad. All right, holding the bait butter and the dog in the picture as well. Everybody is loving the bait butter. How do you like that? Congratulations to Cody and possibly his dad. You guys just won $1,000 for posting with the hashtag LTB1000. And I'll let you guys decide. Cody, I'll let you figure out if you're going to tell your dad you won or not. You can decide whether he's going to get to share in on that $1,000, and maybe even the dog will get to get some extra kibble in the box because everyone knows that dog pics on social media do better than others, and maybe that was your guys' secret to winning the $1,000. Anyway, very cool way to win a little cash. $1,000 from fishing never hurts nobody. Here's some other specials you guys that you guys can share in on right now. Save $10 on all LTB hats. Use the code LIVEHAT. So right now during the show, if you guys want to buy any of the hats at our LTB store, just use that LiveHat code and you get 10 bucks off. Protect the noggin. It's very important. You guys see that I have tons of hats. I'm always wearing different hats on the shows and everything because you got to wear hats out there. It protects the sun. It blocks the glares. Hats and sunglasses. If I show up to the lake and I forgot one of those, I literally won't go fishing. I'll turn around, go back to the local 7-Eleven, and I'll buy some kind of crummy hat or some crummy sunglasses just to get by. But that very rarely happens anymore because I always travel with extra hats in the boat, in the RV, extra sunglasses in the boat, in the RV. And it's actually funny, the spare sunglasses I bring are the crummiest, grossest looking sunglasses you've ever seen in your entire life. So if anyone comes on the boat and is like, oh man, I forgot my sunglasses, I'm like, well, the good news is I have some sunglasses for you to borrow. The bad news is these are them, and they're absolutely terrible sunglasses. But when you loan terrible sunglasses to people, they don't actually ever take them home with them. They make sure to leave them on the boat because they want nothing to do with those. So anyway, so some other news. I've been fishing. What kind of fishing have I been doing? Ocean fishing. Guys, for all you kayakers, I now consider myself a yacker. I got my little brother's kayaks I stole from him, and I have now been going out into the ocean out in front of where I live and catching some cool fish. And just went with one of the other Lucky Tackle Box employees, Andrew Shaddig, one of my good buddies. And here is some pictures from us. He caught a beautiful lingcod right there. And we are fishing in bass gear. We have bass rods, we have just braided line and also 20-pound mono, and we're just jigging big, big swim baits down there and spoons. And you can see there's the coastline we're fishing. They got the beautiful bridge in the background. It's amazing, amazing scenery. And there's kelp everywhere. And there's Andrew Shattuck. Andrew Shattuck, you're welcome for sharing that awkward picture that you took. I don't know what we were trying to do, but Shattuck wants his moment of fame in social media, and Shattuck, there you go. I hope that this is what you're remembered for in social media. Hope this gets shared all over the internet, and that is the new Shattuck pose. Doing the Shattuck. I don't know, Shattuck. I had a good time with you, man. We caught a lot of fish. You guys, kayak fishing is a great workout too. I've been trying to stay in shape and stuff, and so it's a lot of fun going out and doing that. And when you hook into some of these ocean fish, man, they pull around the kayak. They are like, it's like bass fishing, but these bass are like on steroids. They're mean little critters, and they come up, they got nasty little teeth. Their gills have blades on them and stuff. They cut you up. So it's a new fun experience, and you can actually eat those guys. I don't ever eat, you can eat bass as well, I'll give you that, but these guys taste very good. They make good fish tacos, and so it's a new little approach that I've been doing, and I know that we have a lot of kayakers that are subscribers to Lucky Tackle Box, and they have been wanting me to try kayak fishing and been telling me how fun it is, and it actually is a lot of fun. The day that Shattuck and I went, we actually carried our kayaks down, and these kayaks are heavy. And we had to go down this trail, trudge through these weeds and brush and everything, and it was hard. My back hurt. Shattuck was in pain, and so I was like, all right. But we went out. I was like, I'm never doing this again. But we went out, had a blast, and then I went, okay, there's got to be an easier way. So I went to the kayak store the next day and bought those little wheels, those little like cart wheels that go on the back of the kayak. That made the world of a difference. Now I just go flying down the little cart path, drag it through the sand, and I'm out in the water. So a lot of fun. I now know what you guys are talking about when you're always blabbering about how fun kayak fishing is. So let's move along in the show. That's kind of what I've been up to. We'll talk a little bit more. Oh, and actually, I forgot about this picture. Guys, the day before my birthday, I went out fishing and stuck this fish. A huge monster bass punching a tree. And this was actually a slow day of fishing. I only caught 5 fish the whole day. I was a little bit frustrated, and I hadn't caught many fish the whole day. And then right near the end, I started punching and caught one that was about 3, then one that was about 5 pounds. And I'm like, all right, I guess I should have been punching all day. And I came near the launch ramp. I was getting ready to leave, and I'm like, I'm going to go punch down this little stretch right here. I'm just not quite ready to go home yet. And lo and behold, in one of the little trees right next to the launch ramp, there was this huge monster. And so that made for a special day and kicked off my birthday as I kind of looked at it. And oddly enough, on my birthday, I would say about 12 years ago, I caught my first fish over 10 pounds. So I've had a lot of luck on my birthdays. Shoutouts. Guys, we pair up with a lot of fun people in social media. The Lucky Tackle Box family is strong. It's growing every single day. And so there's a lot of LTB ambassadors and people we work with out there that are killing it for us and representing Lucky Tackle Box the way that we feel that they represent Lucky Tackle Box in the way that we feel represents the family, us as an entire team. And so here's some shoutouts that we do every week. So make sure you guys go head over and follow some of these Instagrammers. Abby Haystad, she's throwing it down. I always like to see women in the sport. The sport is growing so much that there's just so many kids, so many women, so many new faces coming into the sport, and I can never get enough of that. We've got my boy Tanner McGee, holding up some big fish. Dylan, hunting and fishing. This guy is doing it all. Truly an outdoorsman, and that's, fish hunt. Got to stay with it. And then Cast to Catch TV. Love the Cast to Catch kind of stuff too. It's all talking about, it's everything. It's not just showing off stuff. It's showing everything that goes into the catches and stuff. And Jordan, thank you for representing Lucky Tackle Box. And then I got to throw shout outs to someone that you guys have probably seen quite a bit of. My boy, Nick Smith, the Informative Fisherman. Follow him on Instagram. He has, Nick is the most informative fisherman on social media, period. He will go on and on about details you never even knew existed in fishing. So if you guys are looking to step up your game, make sure you follow him on Instagram. Make sure you follow him on YouTube, Facebook. He's all over the place. a great ambassador for Lucky Tackle Box, but our sport in general. And that's why he is part of Lucky Tackle Box, because it's all about improving the sport and helping people out. And speaking of subscribing to channels, subscribe to the Lucky Tackle Box YouTube channel. If you guys have found somehow this channel right now and you don't know how you got on it, make sure you hit that subscribe, that red button below. If you're on Facebook, head over to YouTube at some point and make sure you follow us. And here's why. You guys see the screen right there? See all those videos? Those are all how-to videos. That is all instructional videos that go along with the products that come in the box every month. But regardless if you get the box or not, there is valuable information in all those videos. When we do a video on swim baits, it's a video about the swim bait that came in that box, but it also is a general video on how to fish swim baits just at any time or any type of swim bait. When we do a drop shot video, we use one of the baits that came in the box, but you can use it for any drop shot. It's meant to inform you on techniques, and then we use the actual products that are in the box so that you guys understand that those products work. So a lot that you can learn from those videos, so make sure you subscribe. We just dropped a couple ones. Just yesterday we dropped the top water one on double prop baits, one of my favorite types of videos that we throw on vertical structure right there. That was the Bagley twin spin. Very cool little video, you guys. Old school technique, and a lot of people have had these baits, but they just aren't the trend right now, and so that, you know, it's kind of been a forgotten little technique, but it can be outstanding. Make sure you check out that video. And then we just dropped one today with Nick, the informative fisherman, talking about panfish. So so make sure you check those out. Anyway, how about a monthly special? Here's another special for you guys. Labor Day. It's not over. We're extending Labor Day. Congratulations. It's going to end at midnight tonight. 25% off everything in the LTB store. There's the code right there, LD25. You get 25% off. Head over to the store, whatever you want. Hit that promo code, get the 25% off, and get you some cool stuff. And what's cool about our store is that there's products in the store. There's a lot of those baits and everything, and those are a lot of baits featured in the videos. So if you guys watch a video or something like that, you're scrolling through and you go, wow, I need more of those baits, you can head over to the store and buy some of those things, and today you'll get 25% off of those. So anyway, the LTB tournament. You guys want to know who won? Congratulations to these two winners right here. Wild Times. I was reading this earlier today. I was like, Wildy Teams, what? Wieldy Teams? What's this guy's name? And then I realized this guy, he didn't put his actual name. His name is Wild Times. Clever there, Mr. Wild Times from Jacksonville, Florida, 113 inches. So he's from Florida, so obviously he is the winner of our California, Texas, Florida region with 113 inches. And then from our everybody else region, Jesse Bowman of Silver City, North Carolina, 113.5. And here's something that's interesting right there is that the other region won. They had a bigger limit this time, and the reason we separated California, Texas, and Florida was because there's a lot bigger fish in those lakes in general, and but that's not saying there aren't bigger fish in other states, and that was proven this month. The LTB tournament will be starting on the 15th of September. For the September tournament, just like every month, it goes from the 15th to the 30th. So make sure you head over to LuckyTackleBox.com, hit the tournament tab, and sign up. It's a lot of fun. I think it's only $5 to enter, and we've had thousands and thousands of people enter, and it's not just one winner. We say the winner of each one of the regions, but the reality is there's tons and tons of winners. We give prizes way down, and then also we give random prizes to people that participated as well, so everyone has a chance at winning. Now here is some new news with the tournament. We are adding another region by popular demand, Canada. The Canadians, we have not forgot about you. We've been getting tons of requests, and you guys are finally going to get your own region. So now we have 3 regions. So when you sign up, you're either going to be in the California, Texas, Florida region, or all the other states in the United States, or now Canada. So I'm going to be interested to see how you guys do and where you guys compare in the fishing up in the northern area. So good luck. Like always, I'm going to be competing as well in the tournament. We'll see how I do. Actually, tomorrow I'm heading out on the road to Lake Berryessa and then Clear Lake. So hopefully I'm going to have some fish to register very soon. Now, speaking of tournaments, we just had a major tournament going on, the Forrest Wood Cup. Here's some cool pictures that I took while I was out there. If you recognize that guy right there, that's Jason Lambert, the king of Kentucky Lake, the Ledge Hammer. He's got all kinds of great nicknames, but there's him right next to the Forrest Wood Cup trophy. Unfortunately, he did not win. He did make the top 10. That's why he's standing up there. There's a look at Lambert again, and there's you can see the crowd. That's just, it's held in a giant stadium, and so you can see the place is just absolutely packed. Crazy light shows, big screen behind all the guys that you're seeing replays from live that day. Just an amazing experience. If any of you guys have not attended a Forrest Wood Cup, you've got to go check it out sometime. It is the Super Bowl of tournaments at the end of every year, at the end of the FLW tour. And then when I head out there, I'm actually the host of their live show. So I sit at a desk, you can see right there, and I get to watch live and commentate on the live action happening out there. So there's a shot of Mark Rose, and here's studio. Scott Martin did not make the third day, so he came into the studio and joined us and helped us do some commentating as well. And always a fun time hanging out with Scott. He was doing some of his vlogging while he was there, so he's always got a camera crew following him around. Always an exciting time. Now, this was something cool. This picture is sideways. For some reason, it didn't fit correctly on this, but I had to give a seminar at this. They asked, Travis, can you give a seminar on social media while we're there? And I'm like, okay, cool. And so I just happened to see this. Well, go back to that picture. Do not get away from that picture yet. Okay, I want to point this picture out, okay? So there's my name on there, Travis Moran. You guys have to turn your head sideways or turn your phone sideways, and you can see this. Now, I went, okay, who am I going to be following here? You know, who am I squeezing in between? They had me between Jimmy Houston and Hank Parker. And I go in there, and there's not many people in there. So you come to me. So Jimmy Houston, Hank Parker, for any of you guys that are my age or older, you know these guys are living legends. These guys, everything that fishing is owed to these, about basically two of these guys and about three other guys as well that were TV hosts that really made fishing a sport that everyone wanted to participate, brought it to television, made it entertaining, and the YouTubers and the things like this that exist today is just a branch off from that. It's just a progression of what they started years ago. So intimidating enough right there. And then when I walk in after Jimmy Houston, a lot of the crowd was very old people. These people were like over 70, between 70 and 80 years old. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, like these guys can't be here for social media. I'm about to talk about, how to do live feeds, how to, build up an audience. I'm like, these guys don't look like they're really interested in social media. And I go, hey guys, what did it say this seminar is going to be about when you guys decided to come in here? And they shrugged their shoulders. And I'm like, okay. And then I went, well, why are you guys in here? What did you come here to learn today? And they went, oh, we are here for every seminar we sit through. We get a ticket at a chance to spend a weekend with Jimmy Houston. I'm like, oh, okay. That sounds awesome. I want a ticket too. But now Jimmy, basically there was a full audience of people that were just there to listen to get a ticket for Jimmy Houston. So I had to switch up my speech a little bit to be more versatile. Normally it's towards the younger generation. This was a lot of older people, so I had to switch up the speech a little bit. And then about 15 minutes into it, Hank Parker comes and sits down in the front row and just starts staring at me, listening, because he's going to go after me with the seminar, and so that made things even more interesting. So it was a fun time getting to be squeezed in between Jimmy Houston and Hank Parker in these seminars. But anytime my name is around those guys, I'm happy. It was a cool experience. I will save that picture because that might be the only time that my name is mentioned with those legends. So anyway, fun time at the Forrest Wood Cup. But I think you guys are wanting to do a giveaway. Let's do that. Let's give away some lucky tackle boxes. You guys know the routine. I'm going to ask a question. You guys are going to answer it. And then we are going to pick 3 winners from those right answers. So the office, hopefully people are ready at the office right now to fill in. Yeah, I think they are. To fill in the right answers. All right, guys, you're going to comment below. Unfortunately, this is only available for YouTubers, and for Facebook people, I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can win in just a second. So don't be too mad, but this is just for YouTubers right now. Here's the question. The U.S. Open for bass fishing is next month just outside of Las Vegas. At what lake? So what lake is the U.S. Open for bass fishing going to be held next month? Comment below. Let's see your comments. We'll give you guys a few minutes to chime in right there. Hopefully going to get to see some winners here in just a second. I got to see if I actually, and let's put up a special real quick while you guys are waiting. So guys, you can get a free lunker hunt prop frog by throwing that promo code there. And now Facebook, I told you guys you would have a chance to win. If you guys share this live feed, we will pick 2 winners to win a lucky tackle box of your choosing. So if all you got to do is hit that share button, the second this show is over, I'm heading over to the computer. Oh, getting text messages. I'm going to head over to the computer and I will pick out 2 random people that shared this video on Facebook, and they will win the Lucky Tackle Box. So I will notify them that they won the Lucky Tackle Box. And that will be put on, we will announce that on Facebook, and we'll announce that on our YouTube description box below. Let's see if we have winners. Yes, we have winners. So the answer is Lake Mead. So I'm packing up the old crusty moho and getting the LTB bass boat, and we are heading down to Lake Mead because I fish the U.S. Open every year. That's the one tournament that I have time to fish each year, and so it is an amazing, it's a prestigious event, and what makes it great is it's basically, like I said, a prestigious, it's a very, it can really help your resume out as a bass fisherman. It means a lot to be a U.S. Open champion, but the great thing is it's an open. You don't have to qualify for it. Anybody can pay the money and show up and fish it. And so that's not really the case with like the Forrest Wood Cup, which we were talking about. You have to qualify for it. You have to pay these huge entry fees to fish these big tournaments, then qualify for it. It's a long road to get to that cup. And that's why it's such an amazing accomplishment when you do. But for the U.S. Open, for how much it does help your career, it doesn't take much to get to it. You just have to actually pay your money, and you can try to fish it against the best guys in the world. You know, guys like Byron Velvick have won, Aaron Martins, amazing anglers have won these tournaments. And so I would love to be one of those one day. We'll see. But you guys know my biggest struggle to the U.S. Open, and you guys who follow me on social media, is I break down on the way down there and on the way back, and that just seems to happen every single year. That I'm broke down the side of the road trying to get to the U.S. Open or trying to get home from the U.S. Open. So that's Lake Mead. Here are the 3 winners that just won. The first winner is APFA. APFA. Second winner is Kenneth Livingwater. Kenneth Livingwater. And the third winner is Connor Shore. Connor Shore. All 3 of you guys won a Lucky Tackle Box. Congratulations. You need to email prizes@luckytacklebox.com. Let them know your YouTube name so they can verify that, and you will be sent a Lucky Tackle Box of your choosing. Congratulations. You knew it was Lake Mead. What else we got? LTB Social. Guys, you're obviously watching me. If you're watching this right now, you are on social media in some aspect, whether it's YouTube, Facebook. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, but follow us on the other channels. So we've got YouTube. We're approaching 90,000 subscribers, and I think there's going to be some big changes coming because we're actually changing up how we're doing things. We're not, like I mentioned before, we're not doing LTV Live. Well, I'll mention that even more later. But make sure you're subscribed because new things are coming. Facebook. Guys, everything gets posted up on Facebook. We've got all kinds of different announcements, giveaways, fun things, pictures that you guys send us. We put up on Facebook. So a very cool place to interact with us is on Facebook. And Insta! We've got very cool things happening on Instagram. We do takeovers. We do cool stories. We post, all your guys' pictures that you guys send us. We do all kinds of fun hashtagging. So make sure you're following us on Instagram. And a quick little news tip from Instagram right now is that your boy, yours truly, me, Travis Moran, like I said earlier, I'm heading out on the road tomorrow. I'm going to be doing an Instagram takeover, an Instagram ride along, an Instagram, I don't know, whatever. We're going to see where it goes. But basically, I'm getting in the motorhome and we're going to head up to Barry S and do filming for a couple different products that are going to be in the upcoming month's boxes. And so I'm going to take you guys along. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of the crusty, nasty, rusty motorhome that I travel in and everything I pack in there, how I pack the camera gear, the setup, the tackle, and you guys are going to see behind the scenes. I know a lot of you guys enjoy seeing that stuff, and I enjoy bringing you guys along and sharing in the experience, because what you guys end up seeing is just the final product of these videos. Yeah, you know, whether the video is 7 to 10 minutes, and really I go out on the road for days and film this stuff, from the underwater footage to the voiceover stuff to the different shots to catching the fish. There's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of fun, and I look forward to sharing that along with you. So make sure you're following us on Instagram, because I will start Instagramming tomorrow as I pack up the motorhome, as I pack up the boat. There's a whole lot of preparation that goes into it, and then we hit the road and the show begins. So looking forward to that. You guys make sure you're following along. So we have a little commercial for one of our sponsors, one of our show sponsors here, and we'll be back with rapid fire questions. See you in a sec. Maybe not.
Yeah, commercial volume. Hold on.
That was really fast. We're back.
Play it again because it was.
What's up? We are back, and I have been taking some pictures of some rapid fire, and then I'm going to have the office here list off some questions as well. So make sure you guys are commenting below, and I'm going to go through some questions, or I'm going to answer some stuff for you, and we will have some fun with it. And I'm going to try to answer these relatively quick. Oh, show us a, let's see who this was that wrote this. Corey JGA on Instagram sent us out, show us a sneak peek of an upcoming bait that we might get in the fall time. All right, I will. It's behind me. You can almost see that if I were to move. You can see it right there. Okay, I'm going to show you that in just a second. But that has to do with one of the questions coming up. So I'll have a sneak peek for you. Corey, Park, you got any questions? Homie Rosa wanted to know about fly fishing. You guys, check out our fly fishing videos. We've been uploading. Colton has been posting some fly fishing videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you check those out for anyone that's into that stuff. I've always wanted to try fly fishing. I have my dream trip to Montana that just keeps getting postponed. One of these days, I will be doing that, straight up like Brad Pitt.
Ever catch something weird attached to it or out of it?
Have I ever caught something?
Caught a bass with something weird in it, like attached to it. Or...
Have I ever caught something weird out of a bass or attached to it? Yeah, I've caught a lot of fish with lures attached to them. I have never caught a fish with a lure that I broke off on it. However, one time during a tournament, my fishing partner caught something. He's like, oh, I think I got a fish. And he gets it up and he has line. And we're like, oh, man. He pulls in the line and there was a fish on that line. And so that was an interesting thing that that was the first time that had ever happened to me, and the only time, I guess, that ever happened to me. So that's kind of the weirdest thing that a fish had attached to it.
Oh, Would you show up for a local tournament for vets?
Would I show up for a local tournament for vets? Absolutely. If it was local to me, I'm always willing to help out in every way. The reason I do this stuff is because I love helping fishing out, and I absolutely love vets as well. I want to thank everyone that is served in our armed forces. Thank you so much for your services, and I want to help out in any way that is reasonable. And if you guys are anywhere in the area, I would love to do that if you guys get in touch with me. And if you're somewhere outside of where I live, somewhere far away, if you let me know about it, if I'm going to be in that area, because I do travel a lot, I would love to come help you guys out.
What lure and technique did you use to catch your birthday fish?
What lure and technique did I use to catch my birthday fish? I used a Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver, and I was punching. Yeah, and so I flipped, I think I was using about a 3/4 ounce tungsten weight, flipped into the tree, and just the second I flipped in, it just went boom, set the hook. And a lot of times when you're in trees, when you set it, you'll pin the fish against the tree. So it's like when you set in, you're like, oh, it's a big one, because your pole's just bent over. So you know better when this has happened a million times. You make sure that you're not calling big fish too early. So I set into it, and it just bent over, and I thought I was stuck in the tree. And I actually was pinned in the tree. And then, but when you know it's a big fish is when that fish decides to pull back, because the tree doesn't pull back on you. It can't. It's not alive. And so yanked into it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is a good one. And then and I knew it was a fish though, and I'm waiting for it to come out, and then it just went whoop, 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 and just yanked me back into that tree. I just kept pressure, and then it just broke a bunch of branches that came out and got it in the boat. Dude, it was cool, man. I was kind of broken. I was kind of like had a bummer day because I got to go fishing the whole day. I was excited about it. The lake I usually catch a lot of fish at, and I was kind of bummed out. I was heading home, and that's why I fished that last little stretch, because I'm like, there's no reason for me to go home, but I'm just not really catching much fish. And then caught that big old bass, and it actually weighed 10 pounds exactly on my scale. So that was fantastic and really made the fishing trip worth it.
Is the tournament available in Canada for this month?
Is the tournament available in Canada this month? So apparently somebody just tuned in, because yes, we announced the Tunney X tournament is available in Canada. That's now our 3rd region. So on the 15th, you'll be able to sign up for that on Lucky Tackle Box website and participate from Canada in the tournament.
What's your go-to lure when the bite is tough, or just at all times? What's your go-to?
What is my go-to bait? I like a lipless crankbait. Lipless crankbaits can be fished so many different ways, fast and slow, and so it's something that if I get to a new body of water, or I can't figure out what the fish are doing, I'll throw that out, because I'll be able to reel it in quick, see if I can't find some active fish, or I can throw it down on the bottom and really work it slow like a jig, crawl it, just barely reel it along the bottom. And so I can do so many different things with it until I figure out where the fish are. And if I go, man, I'm getting bit on the bottom, okay, maybe I need to switch over to a jig or slow things down a little bit. Or if I'm getting bit working it fast but not getting bit enough, maybe I'll throw a top water or something like that. But it really helps me hone into the fish real easily. I'm getting the thumbs up from over there. Do we got any more questions? You can scroll on that thing. There's been people asking questions all night long.
What's your favorite lake to fish?
I screenshotted some as well. What's my favorite lake to fish? Clear Lake. All you guys know that. Clear Lake is my favorite place. It's my favorite place on earth, man. It's got... And there's a lot of reasons why Clear Lake is so amazing. And I've fished a lot of great places. There are so many cool lakes out in this country that I would never want to pick just one lake to fish. I love fishing all these different lakes. And I get burnt out on Clear Lake all the time. I love fishing new places. But when I go to Clear Lake, I feel at home there. There is so many different techniques you can fish there. There's docks, there's steep rocks, there's a whole shallow end of the lake for shallow fishing. There's a deeper end of the lake that you got to be doing deep cranking, drop shotting, using your electronics. So there's so much versatility in the lake. It never becomes dull. I'm always trying new things. That's where I film a lot of the videos. Because of that, I can film a lot of different techniques there. And so it's a special place. It's got more fish than I've ever seen in a lake. I've had days that I can't believe how many fish are in that lake. And then it's got quality of fish like I couldn't believe as well. So it's a very, very fun place. I love taking people out there for the first time and exposing them to that.
What's your favorite time to fish, and what's your best bait for a small pond?
What's my favorite? Wait, say that again?
What's your favorite time to fish?
Favorite time of the year? Or we were saying time? Yeah, I guess we say favorite time of the year. I guess I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I like, that's what a lot of people like, is pre-spawn, That's when these fish are feeding up, getting ready to spawn. But then actually right now, as the temperatures cool down, as we head into fall, this is when you can catch the big numbers of fish. Those days where you catch, some lakes you catch 100 fish in a day. However, the most fish you catch in a day, it happens in the fall. Your records come from the fall time because these fish school up. They gather up chasing the shad, and they're in these coves. When you find them, you can catch more fish than you've ever caught in your entire life. So fall fishing is a lot of fun.
What's the best lure to use in a small pond?
Best lure to use in a small pond. Well, I have a way of, and I tell this to everybody, when you go to a small pond, if it's anytime other than the winter time, throw a buzzbait. I like throwing a buzzbait or a frog, and throw those really quickly, especially a small pond that you can cover in a few casts around there. Throw that big buzzbait, make a lot of noise. That's a lot of times how you're going to catch the biggest fish in that entire pond, because you're going to call that fish out. You haven't beat up the bank. You haven't disturbed everything yet. So you throw that buzzbait a couple times, that big old fish will come out and crash that. Once you've thrown that a few times, then you can now tie on some new stuff like a brush hog, some kind of little creature bait, a jig, and you can pick apart the lake a little slower and catch the numbers of fish and stuff. So I would say give me either a Cinco, some kind of little stick bait, weedless, weightless, or a little Texas rig with like a 1/4 ounce to 3/8 ounce creature bait. All right, one more. We got one more.
Have you ever fished the Delta?
That's the question we're ending on?
Okay.
Yes, I fished the California Delta. The Dirty D is what we call it. We're going one more. We're ending on one more, a better question than that.
Here's a better question. Do you fish with explosives?
Do I fish with explosives? All right, we do need to end the rapid fire right now. No, I do not fish with explosives. Yes. I don't hunt, guys. I live out in California. I love to fish. I just have never gotten into hunting. When I went to Montana, I went to college in Montana, and I was taken hunting a few times and had a good time with it. Stuff that's just not what I just enjoy fishing. That's what I spend my free time on. And I always get teased a little bit for that, because when I head back east and I do the live stuff, and all those fishermen that are fish the tour and everything, the second the tour is done, they all become hunters, and they want to tell me about their hunting stuff they're going to go do, and I just stare at them with blank eyes. I have no idea what they're talking about. So anyway, I do not hunt. LTB store, guys. How can you get some cool swag? We keep adding to the store. There's a lot of cool stuff there, from swag, from fishing poles. Here is what, if you hit the store, here's what you're going to see. LTB gear, monthly subscription box, rods and reels. Yes, we have rods and reels for sale. We have fishing accessories, baits. We have old boxes for sale. So past boxes you can purchase. If you really liked a month that you had, go ahead back there and purchase that. And then gift cards. If you want to buy something for mom, dad, brother, sister, a little gift card for a present, they will love it because they'll get some fishing stuff. So the gear, hit that LTB gear thing. We keep getting new clothing going on. Cool shirts there. Look at that. New designs. We've got our design team at the LTB office, always creating new stuff and adding that to the website. And I see those 2 UV shirts. There are limited quantities left. So why don't we give you guys a deal on that? LTB UV shirts almost sold out. Get yours today. Guys, make sure you head over to the store, pick up a UV shirt, and be styled out. The UV stuff is so important anyway, guys, because it protects you from the sunlight, and it's pretty much all I wear when I'm on the water now is UV shirts. So very cool thing to have. Suntan lotion becomes a hassle to put on, and it's hard to put it on your back when you're out there. If you have a shirt off or something like that, your partner's always a little bit weird about putting the suntan lotion on your back. Wear a UV shirt, wear the buffs. We've got LTB buffs, and protect yourself. Make sure that you can be fishing for many, many years to come. So anyway, guys, that is the closing. That's going to be it for the show today. And that's going to be it for LTB Live for 2018. Now, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that. We're going to be doing some fun new things. We've got new videos coming. You're going to be seeing some videos from Jason Lambert. You're going to be seeing some new style videos from me as well. We had to figure out, for us to add new things, we had to actually trim down some of the other things as well so we could free up time. And so that's what LTB Live, we're going to be putting that on pause for a while as we add to the YouTube channel some new content. So make sure you guys are subscribed and ready to see that new content as it comes out. Hopefully it helps. We always enjoy your comments. We always enjoy your suggestions and feedback so that we can always be increasing and making sure your experience with LTB is a pleasurable one. You guys ready for a last giveaway? Let's do one last giveaway on LTB Live. What is the question here? Let me think about. Oh yes, it's going to be a sneak peek. It's I already talked about this. Okay, guys. On YouTube, we're going to pick 3 random correct answers. Looking for the name of a company. Okay, so you're going to put a company name below, and the company. Here's the question: what company makes the 3D bat? What company makes the 3D bat? They also made a duck. They've been winning best at ICAST. I think it won it last year with the duck. So what company makes the 3D bat? And while we're waiting for that answer, let's take a look at my setup, dude. This is a random kind of out of focus picture I took. For some reason, it's going out of focus at my deck. This is the day I went fishing before my birthday. And here is actually, when I looked at this picture, I'm like, yeah, this actually is kind of my fall fishing setup. And if you look at the top right there, that first rod that's closest to the side of the boat, that's what I caught that fish on, that big one. That was the punch rig I have set up. That weight has slid up the line, so you can't see the weight that needs to be in that setup. Then a topwater walking bait. Yeah, that's fantastic. These fish are chasing, schooling up, chasing shad and stuff, and they'll bust all over the place. So you got to have some kind of walking bait that you can pick up and cast immediately when those fish are active up at the surface. Because sometimes you have just a couple seconds to get it to it, but if you can do it quickly and efficiently, you will catch fish. You will have a lot of fish that way. A jig. If I find an area that's active, it's got bait, it's got fish, I will throw that jig around any kind of cover structure and stuff down there and work it a little slower. Sometimes that's how you can get the bigger fish that are waiting below the schooling fish for that bait to fall down. Once again, I talked to you guys already about that lipless crankbait. Always have a lipless crankbait on. It's just my search bait. It's my go-to when I'm like, I don't know what these fish are doing. I just pick that up and start trying to figure out if I can reconnect with the fish again. And then I always have a drop shot tied up. And basically, you have a drop bait. A drop bait could be a spoon. It could be a couple. It could be a lot of different vertical presentations. It can be a jig, hula grubs, whatever. But I like a drop shot. And the reason I say a drop rig is you want to be watching that graph below you as you're covering water and stuff. Especially in the fall, you can come over a school and you can see fish that are active below you on that graph, and you want to be able to drop straight down. I can't tell you how many fish you can catch that way. It's amazing. And you guys, if you don't have graphs, don't worry. This is one thing. It's not going to be in your arsenal, but if you do have graphs, you want to learn to be keyed in on that kind of stuff. When you see fish below the boat, you want to have a bait you can drop down there really quickly, and that is a nice little finesse bait that's going to catch a majority of fish that it comes in front of. So anyway, go back to that picture again. And the answer to the question, the 3D bat, is Savage Gear. Guys, Savage Gear makes this cool little topwater bait, and it basically does this like little, it's meant to mimic a bat, and it does this like, I want to say pathetic, but it's like helpless little action in the water. This bat does this little splashing, goes, and it keels over and just does these little splashing things, and it's very sad. It looks like a bat that's drowning in the water, and it triggers big fish to come up and eat it. So the answer was Savage Gear, and this little bat is going to be coming in one of the upcoming Lucky Tackle boxes, and that's actually one of the lures that I'm going to be filming when I hit the road tomorrow. I'm going to see if I might throw this at Berryessa, but the goal is to be actually throwing it around the docks and things at Clear Lake. So I'm really looking forward to getting to use this bait a little bit. Haven't actually thrown it before. Or no, sorry, I have thrown it. I've thrown the bigger version of that in Mexico. But this little smaller one, I'm really interested to see how that goes. And hopefully we can put together a cool video for that, because I want to catch some big fish, get people hyped up, film the ultimate Batman video. So let's talk about the winners. Let's see who actually knew that was Savage Gear. The three of you guys are going to win an LTB box. First winner is Michael Kelly. Second winner is good old boy number 76. Good old boy number 76. And the third and final winner, Brent Miller. Brent Miller. You guys need to contact prizes at luckytacklebox.com. Send an email to prizes at luckytacklebox.com. Let them know your YouTube name, and they will make sure to get the prizes out to you. Guys, thank you for tuning in to another LTB Live, and thank you for tuning in to all the LTB Lives for the last 3 years. Off and on, we've done this for 3 years. We've done them from RVs, houseboats, just different vacations I've been on. When I've been traveling, we always did it every single month. And I've had some amazing guests from Scott Martin, Andrew Flair, Jake the Almighty, Jason Lambert. We've had so many fun guests be on the show. It's been a good time, and I can't wait to get these new projects rolling, because there's good things ahead for that I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to it because I think you guys are really going to like it as well. Anyway, I'm hitting the road tomorrow. Make sure you guys are tuning in on Instagram. I will share in whatever you guys want. We'll do some questions and answers, some live stuff, some stories, all the fun things. But until I see you there, guys, hopefully you get some time to go out and fish, throw your baits. I will see you out on the water. I'm Travis Moran, and this is our last LTB Live. See you guys later.